Hi everybody, my name is Lorelei and I'm making this laughter yoga popposite video for you guys. So I just want to answer a few questions about why I'm making this video first. So a friend of mine, a DNRS friend, was visiting me and she was asking me about popposites, and I said, well, I didn't think I actually had that many, but then I realized as I was thinking about it that I had more and more. So I thought I would share them in a laughter yoga session. And so I've led it twice on the group that I lead, the WhatsApp DNRS laughter yoga group that I'm involved with. And I'm a firm believer that rewiring should be fun. And so I try to make rewiring and catching pops a fun thing. And it was a bit tricky in the beginning because, I was getting the 1 hour of rounds in every day pretty consistently. I think I've been rewiring for about 3 years and 2 months. And I think there's only been a handful of days that I actually haven't finished the hour. Most of the time it's because I had a cold or a flu or a wedding or something like that to go to. The catching pops 24/7, that was a bit trickier. And as I got better and better at it, I'd start making more and more popposites. And because then I think it was easy for me to forget that, you do your 1 hour of rounds, but the 24/7 catching pops was just as important. So I thought I'd make this laughter yoga video for everyone and record it, and that way people can access it when they want to. And a lot of these ideas are not mine. I've sort of, the laughter yoga groups sure have commonalities and exercises that people think up, and I've borrowed some of them, and I'm so thankful to be part of this community and part of the laughter yoga group. It's been so helpful for me in my journey, and I hope you can find something that's useful for you in this video and leave behind anything that you don't find useful. And also there's at least 5 WhatsApp DNRS laughter yoga groups that I know of, and I know there's wait lists for almost all of them. And so some people are wondering, well, what is laughter yoga about? And there's many videos online. Brittany Marie has made a few. She's a DNRS retrainer that's posted them on YouTube. And Robert Rivest is a big laughter yoga guru. But the nice thing about the laughter yoga groups in DNRS is that we can make the laughter yoga exercises very compatible with DNRS rewiring. So I think I've made myself notes, so because this is my first ever laughter yoga video and my first ever YouTube video, so I just thought I'd get some notes that I can refer to. And now popposites. So in our seminar notes and in the video, there's a list of 27 pathways of the past that and I just found for myself having a list of 27 was a bit kind of tricky for me to kind of catch all the time. And so I was talking this with my counselor, and she said, Lorelei, and she looked at the 27 pops, and she said, well, Lorelei, there's actually only 2 main categories. And it's sort of a cognitive behavior therapy model. And she said, the limbic system is supposed to be for evolutionary survival and success of your species and of your family. And so the one thing that your limbic system is always looking out for is any kind of safety or health issues. So that's one arm of the limbic system. So that's like, scanning for the environment, do you have a roof over your head, food, water, body checking. That's all that sort of category of health and safety. And, evolutionary wise, we're looking for tigers, looking for water, looking for food supplies, body checking, that kind of thing. And the second arm of the limbic system is really about belonging to your tribe, because the evolutionary success rate of a group of people was much higher than just one. So you want to belong to your tribe. And so we're actually wired that way. You know, that's why we have mirror neurons and empathy, and so that's the whole category, all the pops about, am I good enough? You know, because do I look like I'm a valuable member of the tribe? Because I don't want to get kicked out of the tribe, because the evolutionary success rate is much higher in a group, in a tribe. So, you know, the negative self-judgment and people pleasing and all those pops, you know, so if you look at your 27 pops that are listed, you'll see that they all fit in sort of one category or the other, the health and safety category or the am I good enough category. And so that made it really easy for me, much easier for me to kind of catch my pops, because I wasn't carrying a list of 27 in my head anymore. I was just carrying 2. And I talk about this a bit more in my 32-month blog, 32-month at DNRS anniversary blog post I posted in October of 2019. And so if you want more with regards to that, you can just refer back to that. So so if you can't say, well, is this a pop? Just for me, it's like, okay, am I questioning my safety or my health, or am I questioning that I'm good enough? And then so then you can think, okay, well, yes, you know, I'm self-judging myself, I'm self-criticizing myself, and so the opposite would automatically be, I'm good enough, I am enough, I am more than enough, I'm magnificent. And the other one, for the sort of health and safety arm of the limbic system, the opposite that I use is I am safe, I am healthy, I am strong. Any of those sort of, so that for me really made the 24/7 pop catching much simpler. And so that's basically all the preamble. And I will post all my notes with the video on the forum, and so you can just read through it, because basically everything that I'm saying is in my notes. But for laughter yoga exercises, sometimes you kind of need to see how it's done. So this is my my laughter yoga session, and so now it is helpful if you it's much more stronger for rewiring if you actually do the exercise. So you can watch it and kind of go along and not participate, but it'll really activate your prefrontal cortex more if you actually do the exercises with me. Okay, so first of all, we're going to do some warm-up, and this technique is called havening, and it was taught to me by SW, who leads Friday morning laughter yoga in my group. And you basically put your arms around yourself and start at the shoulders, and you stroke downwards, and that activates the parasympathetic nervous system, and it feels so nice. And I usually like to say to myself, I promise to take care of you. I promise to take care of you. I promise to put my self-care and my joy first. And it just makes me feel good, like I'm hugging myself. And then I usually start off with some warm-up exercises. And like I said, you know, for the people who are on wait lists, to see if laughter yoga is going to be a good fit for them, a good tool for them. This is kind of a sample laughter yoga session, so that you can see if it's going to work for you or not. So then we're going to do some stretching, and we can stretch up to the sky and giggle it out. And stretch up again and giggle it out. And just stay in your training zone, do whatever feels comfortable. And one more time, and giggle it out. And the other side, and giggle it out. And you want to associate moving your beautiful body with joy and laughter. So now we're going to do rounding like a beach ball. Round your shoulders, around your upper back, and that feels so nice. Stretch your beautiful body. And then open up and laugh. And round your beautiful body again. Oh, doesn't that feel nice? And open up and laugh. And now we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. Up and relax and laugh. And up and relax and laugh. And then you can stretch across and just stretch however you want, whatever makes you feel good. And you shake it out and laugh. And then very good, very good. Yay! So we're going to do some breathing. So it's very important in laughter yoga to do lots of breathing. So put your hands together in namaste position. Breathe in and giggle it out. And breathe in and out. Now we're going to stimulate our acupuncture points. And go ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. 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 Very good, very good. Yay! Okay, so we are going on to, let's see. So laughter yoga exercises for self-care, self-love, and popposites. So the DNRS community has made a whole bunch of laughter yoga exercises to help us with our retraining. And so we're going to remember that Limby is like a 3-year-old. So let's say she's talking at you. So we're going to unzip our brains and take her out. And remember, we're going to comfort her and love her and just take care of her. So she's like a 3-year-old, so we're going to rock her and hug her and tell her she's going to be just fine. And you can tickle her. And rock her and hug her and hold her again. And tickle her some more. And then put her back. And zip her back up again. Very good, very good. Yay! And let's just say you're having a bit of an ebb day and there's lots of its and pops popping up. So you can do what somebody came up with, CP, in KL's laughter group. I think she came up with this. I'm pretty sure she did. She calls it a whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole its and pops. And so you can pretend that you're at an amusement park. You know that video game where you got this big hammer and you're playing whack-a-mole. So you pretend that your its and pops are like whack-a-mole, and you can just hit them and whack them down and laugh, okay? And you can do one-handed, you can do two-handed, you can just do... So here we go. Here, we're going to whack those its and pops. Or let's just say you're having another ebby day. You pretend they're like mosquitoes. Those its and pops are like mosquitoes around you. You're going to smack them. And you're going to catch all those its and pops. Or focusing on its. We don't want to focus on it, so we're just going to smack them and laugh. Very good, very good. Yay! And now we're going to take a deep breath. And one more. Okay, now we're going to do, we're going to pretend that Limby is our left hand puppet. and our prefrontal cortex is our right hand puppet. And let's just say we're having a day where our limbie's really being loud. And so she's like talking and talking nonsense. And then we're just gonna, the prefrontal cortex is just gonna laugh. Very good, very good, yay! And we're gonna take another deep breath. And one more. So I've used that when my limbie's really loud at me and I just want to laugh at her. So then another one that another person came up with was, okay, we pretend that limbie is phoning us. And we pick up the phone and we laugh because she's talking absolute nonsense. And we laugh or we say, oh, we're too busy to talk. We're having a party. Or you can block her or do whatever you like. So it's like, bing, bing. Limbie, I'm blocking that. Too busy to answer. I'm having a party. And thanks to MP for this idea. No, thank you. And no, thank you, busy. Very good, very good, yay. Okay, another deep breath. Okay, now we're gonna do mental brain floss. So we're gonna take a piece of dental floss and we're gonna weave it through our ear, and we're gonna floss out all those its and pops. Okay. Make sure you get them all. Very good, yay. And I really like this one. This is from CP, and she pretends that she has Wonder Woman bracelets on. And you can have Wonder Woman bracelets, or you can have Captain America's shield, you can have Thor's hammer, whatever you like, but we're gonna block all those its and pops, okay? And we're gonna laugh. And SF's sons came up with this one. We're gonna karate chop those its and pops, okay? And laugh. And we're gonna shrink all those its and pops down into a little piece of fluff in our hands. Squish them and point at them and laugh. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. And you're gonna flick them away. And let's do that one more time. Let's block our its and pops. I love being Wonder Woman. You can karate chop them. You can shrink them down into your hand and squish them. And then blow them away. Very good, very good. Yay! Okay. So, we have, okay, oh, this one I made up because I started birding in October and I love watching birds. And I was watching ducks. And so I made a duck face, one of my laughter yoga exercises in the group that I lead. So it's like, and then I made up duck face caught in bus doors. So it's like, okay. Because I was popping around something. I would go to the grocery store and I'd start popping. So I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. I've got to make a new association because, as Annie says, you know, it's FAR. You want to focus on something else. You want to make a new association and you want to repeat it. So focus, association, and repeat, right? So every time I went to the grocery store and I popped, I would automatically stop, let go of my grocery cart and go like this. That's a pop. It always made me laugh. And so it started becoming so frequent and repetitive that as soon as I went down the aisle, instead of stopping and going, that's a pop, I'd start laughing. And I swear, if you saw me in the aisle in the early days of this, you'd actually see me go, that's a pop. And then I stopped popping. And I started, every time I thought of it, I would laugh instead. So that's why I think that for me, rewiring, if it's fun and I make myself laugh, it rewires so much faster. And I was sharing this with my laughter yoga group, and S from Ottawa, she kind of spun it around and she started doing when she hear the limbic voices going in her head, she'd start saying, that's not real, that's not a fact, that's ridiculous. And so we started doing, that's not a fact, that's ridiculous. That's not real. So I started using that probably about a month or two ago, and it just, because every time I have some persistent negative self-dialogue pops, and so when my limbic is telling me that I'm not good enough, or I've said something, or I've made a mistake, then I would stop, and I'd go, and I'd either do the limbic left hand puppet, or I'd go, that's not a fact, that's not real. And that really worked for me. I was so that negative self-dialogue pop has really cut down. So I really like that. And we've had so much fun in laughter yoga. There's toilet flushing its and pops, where you can take your its and pops down and flush them down the toilet. That whatever makes you laugh. And remember, you want to change the focus, change the association, and repeat. Okay? And I've got this maybe 2 that I am going to share with you for this part of the video, and then I'm going to talk about my superheroes in my next part of my video. So this is the Limby likes to have her imagination run away from her. She likes to dwell on the past and sort of fix the past, or she likes to kind of identify any problems that were there in the past. So she likes to ruminate about the past, or she likes to run away into the future and do forecasting and, kind of try and plan for every outcome. But so this is a grounding dance that was taught by S.H., but I think she said it's originally from Robert Rivest. And so basically it's a grounding dance, and we usually finish a laughter yoga section with this. It's like, be here now. And you bend your knees when you say now. be here now. Be here now. And then you can do ho, ho, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha. And the exhale is supposed to be always longer than the inhale because it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. And I use that one a lot when my mind is racing, and particularly when I'm having some sleeping its and I'm having trouble falling asleep because my mind is racing. I just keep on going back to the be here now. Be here now. And so that is, I'm just making sure that I've got most of those that I wanted to share. I do. So I'm going to end this part of the, so we do, let's just finish off with 2 deep breaths. And then the second part of the video is going to be talking about my superheroes, and they help me pop bust, and we'll do a little meditation energy flow at the end. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a couple minutes.